Well, hello and welcome everyone. I'm Kevin Wolf, and as a lot of you know, I'm the creator of the audio comedy works Hush Dimbulb, Dr. Dang, and the Bill and Burt comedy show. But the reason you're here today is because of the mildly humorous, no-holds-barred Occuplay entitled Life Over Gold. That fact-filled journey through American history that serves to bring clarity and understanding about the Occupy Wall Street 99% movement. Well, at least as I see it. It is my hope that this Occuplay is just one of many to follow. This no arrest, no bad press info Occuplay, Life Over Gold, is fully scripted, of course. Yes, it is fully scripted, of course, and you can access that script by going to www.hubofliberty.org. That's www.hubofliberty.org. And you just go to the tab that says Ground Game, and there you'll be able to access it. So, by the way, if you ever have trouble accessing any of this information, or you just have questions, just go to hubofliberty.org. That's www.hubofliberty.org, and contact me through that. Just hit the contact link, go ahead and send me over an email, and I'll get back in touch with you as soon as I can. So anyways, even though it is scripted, you can just go to YouTube and you've got the complete audio track right there. Just load it up. All you need is access to YouTube, or if you want, I'll send you CDs if you want to just put on a CD player. So it's really quite simple. So all you need is access to YouTube, an amplifier, and a park, and you and some friends. And you got everything you need to perform this Occuplay, because since it's all audio track scripted, it can be lip synced, and it's just that simple. That's why it can be performed really almost anywhere by anyone. And it's just a lot of fun. By the way, I just want to say I have been waiting for this movement and moment all of my life. And I believe that life itself depends on the success of the 99% movement. We are all we have got, and together we are all we need. But we need all of us. United we stand, divided we shall surely fall. In the middle of a cold, damp night back in early February, I was thinking about the Night Watch, a group that protects the homeless at night. And I was thinking of a way to gather our 99% brothers and sisters. And it was then that the Occuplay Life Over Gold was born. A play, an info play. I thought, what better way to gather our 99% brothers and sisters sitting on or standing behind the fence to join in our magnificent movement of we the people, standing up for life and standing against those stricken with the sickness of greed. Yes, indeed, I thought, what better way than a play? Especially since the corporate media dislikes the Occupy Wall Street 99% movement as much as they love the 1% T-buggers. I thought, an entertaining, non-threatening, no arrest, no bad press info Occuplay that takes we the people on an American journey, an American history journey through time, and points out the worth of unions and the why of the Occupy Wall Street 99% movement. I thought that might just be the perfect or near perfect way to gather more of our 99% brothers and sisters to our magnificent movement of we the people. And along those same lines, due to the fact that the corporate media uses our pro-democracy protest and every other pro-democracy act to beat we the people over the head, I believe that our magnificent We the People's movement has lost momentum. Can anybody disagree? There is something wrong when we can fill a 65,000 capacity stadium with people supporting a college football team, but we go from 10,000 down to 2,000 for support, at least visible support, of one of the most needed movements in the history of the world in a progressive city the size of Portland. There is something wrong. We need to get creative. We need to gather support. This is literally do or die. We are at the tipping point. We either evolve and supersede the greed, or we will perish. It is just that simple. The info Occuplay Life Over Gold is a pro-union, pro-American sovereignty, pro-Occupy Wall Street 99% movement, pro-people, pro-life of the planet, anti-greed info story. Life Over Gold asserts that the world is indeed at a tipping point and clearly illustrates why we the people need to make a stand while we still can. Is there any doubt that we are at a crossroads? This is the real deal. We are in a battle between the 99% and the less than 1%. A battle between rational and radical. Socialism versus fascism. Freedom versus slavery. Healthy versus sick. Life preservation versus death from greed. By the way, regarding our American unions, let me just say that it is our unions and Americans standing in solidarity that brings about and brought about America's strong middle class. And a strong middle class equals a strong democracy. And a strong democracy ensures America's sovereignty and promotes a better life, greater liberty, and more equal justice for all. Now, I'd like to just take a moment to give you a brief description of the story of Life Over Gold. With the help of the 99%, the spirit of America is given an opportunity to explain to an unwitting television reporter the reason for and the importance of the Occupy Wall Street 99% movement. Going back to just before the American Revolution, the spirit of America takes the reporter named Stacy on a fact-filled journey of American history and a whole lot more. All of which relates to the Occupy Wall Street 99% movement. And while it may seem that this amazing journey is just to enlighten the reporter, it is also an all-out attempt to save the spirit of America before it is destroyed by the sickness of greed, lack of understanding, and stupefying apathy on behalf of many American people. It is my hope that with the 99%, including, of course, union members, that this Occuplay will be performed in parks and cities, towns across America, where it is my hope as well that it, along with other Occuplays, will be performed in order to gather, educate, and unite the rest of our 99% brothers and sisters, to get them as serious and motivated about saving the future of all life on the planet as they get over a ball game. Now, if this can be achieved, the gold over life vultures are finished. They're done. If this can be achieved. If people can somehow have as much passion about their country and about their children's future as they do football and basketball games. Yeah. These people trying to destroy us, they don't say prayer. Now, the way I see it, at worst we can have a little fun. Yeah. At best, we can actually get the masses off their asses and join the movement, thereby giving we the people a fighting chance against the greed-sickened vulture bastards. It is my wish that whenever and wherever the Occuplay Life Over Gold is performed, that there be a collection taken, and that the money collected is used to provide food and clothing and shelter for the homeless. Those people that, in large part, really, by no fault of their own, simply because of circumstances that were handed to them or the life that they were born into, by no fault of their own, they wound up on the street. Just the same as the people, many at the top, the filthy rich, wound up where they are simply because of who they were born to and the life circumstances that they were so fortunate to have been handed. I say this to those who love to look down on our brothers and sisters in the street, who would spit on them rather than giving them a helping hand, who refuse to see that the people who have really received the handout are the filthy rich. So, what do you say, my brothers and sisters? Will you occupy my Occuplay Life Over Gold? And beyond that, will you help others or come up with your own Occuplays? I suggest for many, we might consider micro-info Occuplays. Those that can be done in just a few minutes and by just a couple or a few people on a corner somewhere, and something that can just be moved to another corner. Little micro-info Occuplays that can be performed thousands of times a day to inform all of our other 99% brothers and sisters. A terrific end run around the media to get the word out to those who don't get any other source of, don't even realize a lot of times that there's other information available. This just seems, again, like a perfect non-threatening way to, again, get around the press and to get people to feel inclined to join their movement, the movement that the media found to join their movement, because it's their movement. It's the 99% means it's the 99% movement. It means it belongs. This is the battle between 99% or more of us versus literally a handful of vultures. So we need to be creative, and little micro Occuplays springing up all the time, thousands of them a day, every day, a little different. That, to me, would go a long way to helping gather people to our movement. And it is only when we finally gather enough people that we really can get the momentum and get the leverage that we need to make the change that we need to make. So, with that, I will conclude by saying, at least in this one occupier's opinion, we don't need a revolution. What we need is an evolution. So let's evolve. Because we are the 99%. We are who we have been waiting for, and we have arrived. So let's go occupy the parks with the Occuplay Life Over Gold and gather the support of the rest of our 99% brothers and sisters.